Hey guys, welcome to lesson 3 of the WILOC 6th grade worksheet curriculum. So we'll start off with the topic of naming the property. First question, what are the 3 properties? So the first one is commutative. The second one is associative. And the last one is my favorite, distributive. Okay, so let's do a little refresher on what these 3 types of properties actually are. So for commutative, it's basically just changing the order, but it will not affect the sum or the product, meaning even if you change the order, it won't be affected as long as it's addition or multiplication. Sadly, this property doesn't work for division or subtraction, but an example would be 5 plus 7 is 12. But even if you switch 7 and 5, the answer will still be 12. That's basically what commutative property is. Now for associative, it's basically the order of which the numbers are grouped will not affect the sum or the product. So for associative, there will most likely be parentheses, and this works for, similar to the previous property, for multiplication and addition. So I'll give you an example. 5 plus 7 plus 3. This equals 15. But also, 5 plus 7 plus 3 is also 15. Do you see how the position where the parentheses are switched? That's basically what associative is. And now for distributive. Just as the name suggests, distributive is just distributing the numbers. So, for example, if it was 5, 1 plus 8, we would write that as 5 times 1 plus 5 times 8. So 5 times 1 plus 5 times 8, because we just distributed that. And that would equal to 5 plus 5 times 8, which is 40. And that would come out to 45. Now let's try the actual problems. So, number 3. 9 times 4 plus 1 equals 9 times 4 plus 9 times 1. We can see that this is distributive because 9 was distributed to 4 and 1 to create 9 times 4 and 9 times 1. So on this line here, you would just simply write distributive. We're not trying to solve anything here, just writing one of the 3 properties we mentioned before. So let's go on to the next topic of word problems. I'm going to be doing number 4 and number 6 with you guys, and you guys can try the rest on your own. So Kelly wants to make juice for herself and her friends. If she has 19 friends and takes 2 minutes to make each drink, how much time does it take Kelly to make herself and her friends a drink? So some key words here are 19 friends, 2 minutes, and what the question is asking for is how long it will take her 19 friends and herself. So that's 20 drinks in total. And because it takes 2 minutes to make each drink, we will multiply by 2. So 20 times 2 is 40, and that is your final answer. It takes Kelly 40 minutes to make herself and her friends each a drink. Let's go on to number 6. 550 students are going on a trip. They're traveling in a tour that fits 45 people. If every student needs to go, how many buses will be needed? Some key terms here are 550 students, 45 people, and every student. And what we will be looking for is the number of buses needed to fit all those students. This is a simple question of division. So the total number of students, 550 divided by 45 per bus. So 45 goes into 55 once. And the remainder of that will be 10. We'll bring down the 0 here to make 100. 45 goes into 100 twice to make 90, and 100 minus 90 is a remainder of 10 students. but since it says every student needs to go, we can't have 10 students left over. So instead of this 12 buses, we're going to have 13 buses in total. 12 buses with 45 students in each, and one bus with just the remainder 10 students in it. Try the rest on your own, and let's go on to the next section, which is finding the missing integer. I'll do numbers 1 and number 2 with you, and you guys can do the rest on your own. So, blank times -1 equals -5. So basically what we're going to be doing is dividing, because it's blank multiplied -1. It's going to be the opposite of multiplication, which is division. If you could do this question in your head, or any of these questions, that's great, but for those of you who don't, this is the solving process. -5 divided by -1. That would be 5. And so 5 goes into the blank, because 5 times -1 is -5. Pretty easy, right? Let's try the second question. -9 times 0. Something to know here is anytime any number is multiplied by 0, the answer will always be 0. So, -9 times 0 will also come out to 0. Now, the next section, which is simplifying expressions. So basically what I want you guys to do is turn these improper fractions into mixed numbers. And how to do that is you divide. So for the first question, we could see 12 on the numerator divided by 7, because 7 is on the denominator. 7 goes into 12 once with a remainder of 5. So because 1 is the number up top, 1 becomes the big number. And whatever is left over, in this case 5, goes on the numerator, and whatever was on the bottom just stays right there. So your final answer is 1 and 5/7. Let's try number 6. 27 over 6. So similar to the last one, we do 27 divided by 6. 6 goes into 27 4 times 24. 27 minus 24 is 3. The big number would be 4, and the leftover 3 over whatever was the denominator of the original question, which is 6. But we're not done here. Why? Because this section can be simplified. 3 over 6 can be simplified to 1 over 2. So the final answer would be 4 and 1/2. The rest are similar, so you could try the rest. And let's go on to the last section, which is graphing and finding the area of the triangles. This section takes a while, and there's only 4 questions, so I'm sure you guys could do it. I'll do one of these questions with you guys, which is the second one over here. So the vertices of this triangle are stated right here, so we'll just plot the points before finding the area. So -6, -7, -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then -7, so we go down. -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is where your first point is. And the next one is -6, -10. So this was -6 earlier, and we'll just go down 10. -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right here. This is your second point. And your last point would be at -9, -7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is -9, -7, so we go down 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right here. This will be our triangle, so let me just quickly connect the lines, and we're going to be finding the area of this triangle. And now, the formula to find the area of the triangle is the base times the height divided by 2. So keep that in mind when we solve this. Let's make this the base and this the height. So we can see here that there is 1, 2, 3 here, 3 here, and 1, 2, 3 here as well. So the formula is base times height divided by 2. So base 3 times height 3 divided by 2. If we solve that, it's 9 divided by 2. And because we can't simplify that anymore, we can just leave it as a fraction. No need to turn it into a decimal. So your answer would be 9/2 units squared. So 9/2. Pretty easy, right? You guys could try the rest on your own. Good luck.